I am explaining the 10th chapter, The Beggar, which is written by Anton Chekhov. What induced the beggar Lushkov to change his ways? Induced means invoked. What encouraged one beggar named Lushkov to change his ways? Means he was a beggar. Why he was changed? So it is a nice story. In this story, one theme is very clear that love can change the old or bad ways of any person. So, in the story, one beggar who used to beg as a school teacher or a student means he used to pose that sometimes he was a school teacher, sometimes he was a student, and by chance he got this problem, so he wanted money. By chance, one day he met an advocate named Sergey who offered him a job at his house. So there was great surprise. Sergey asked Lushkov to chop woods for him. He asked his servant Olga, who was a lady, to look after him. Lushkov was very weak because his routine was just to beg and beg. He couldn't do any work. Olga found him incapable of chopping the wood. So she went on rebuking him. But she was very kind lady. That's why she started working for him. She also became very emotional. She was like mother. So she decided to help. She worked in his place and informed Sergey every time that he had done his work. She made him get half a ruble. Sergey asked Leshkov to come to work on the first of every month so that he could get work every time. Leshkov was always rebuked by Olga because he was unable to do any work. He never did any work, but it was Olga every time who used to work for him. Once Sergey asked Lashkov to help him in shifting of his house. So he again was looking very weak, very unsound in health. So Sergey thought that he should not put him so hard work. Means Sergey started feeling very soft for that beggar. He started feeling the beggar was very weak. Why he was giving so tough work chopping woods every time. So he changed his job, means he gave one special name for another respectable job for his friend, means he sent that beggar Lushkov to his friend for getting one easy job. After 2 years, what happened? Sergey met Lushkov in a theater. He was well dressed, was looking very smart. He had become a notary and was earning 35 rubles a month. Sergey was very happy. So Lushkov thanked Sergey for his kind words and all the work. He disclosed in the end that it was not that man who was doing work. Means at that time Sergey was feeling great because he was like godfather for that beggar. But the suspense was only with Olga and Lushkov because Lushkov started telling the main thing only the lady did every time work in place of him. That's why he left drinking. There was a great change only because of Olga. Olga's words, actions had completely changed his old and bad ways. He became quite refined young man. Lushkov expressed his special thankfulness towards Sergey and Olga. Then he said goodbye and went for his work again. So, many messages are given. First is we should never beg. Very simple message. We should try to do work. Every person, if he has all the body organs, he should do one or another work. Second message is if by chance one person is begging, we should try to reform him by giving nice work with nice words and with love and care. Has Lushkov become a beggar by circumstance or by choice? Lushkov was not a born beggar, rather he became according to the circumstances. He was middle-aged man and he belonged to one Russian choir. He was sacked from the choir because of his drinking habits. That's why we can say that he became a beggar by his choice because he did not want to do work with his hands. Now, second question, what reasons does he give to Sergei for his telling lies? Leshkov told the truth and accepted that he was a great liar every time he used to pose one person or another. Really, earlier he used to be a singer, but after being sacked from that job, he just took the refuge or support of lies. He started taking the favor of others, and it was easy for him to just tell a lie and get money. He specially said if he had spoken the truth, no one would have helped him. That's why he decided to tell lies. Now, third question, is Lashkov a willing worker? Why then does he agree to chop wood for Sergei? No, Lashkov is not a willing worker. Rather, he is a great shirker. He used to avoid all kinds of work, but he cannot say no to work at that time. Though his health was not good, he was very weak due to continuous drinking. But he agreed because he was trapped in his own words. Because of pride and shame, he had to take that job. Now, fourth question, Sergey says, I am happy that my words have taken effect. Why does he say so? Is he right in saying so? Yes, Sergey says, when by chance he checks that beggar after 2 years, who was well settled, looking very nice in health and in personality, he was just thinking everything had happened because of his work, his deed that was given by him to Lashkov. So partially he is right. I think he is right because he is the first one to give work to a beggar. But he is not perfectly right. Though he gave him first work of chopping wood, then secondly another easy job. But real work was done by Olga, by real help or by her nice words. That's why the beggar changed his ways of life that were bad ways of life. Now, fifth question. Lashkov is earning 35 rubles a month. How is he obliged to Sergey for this? Yes, Sergey was really very important in his life. He was like a godfather in improving his condition because he was the first one to give him one job. It was because of him only he could earn this much money, that is 35 rubles a month. Later on, he only sent him to one of his friends to do the job of copying. So Lashkov was really obliged for this. Now, sixth question. During their conversation, Lashkov reveals that Sergei's cook, Olga, is responsible for the positive change in him. How has Olga saved Lashkov? Yes, really he is right. Because Lashkov revealed the real secret that it was Olga, the lady who used to work in the home of Sergei, was the person who really changed his old ways of living. Because first, when she checked that Lashkov, the beggar, was very weak and he was not willing to do any work, she started weeping for him because she was nice figure. She started working for him every time, and every time she declared that the total work of chopping of woods was done by Lashkov. And in the end, also, when Lashkov told the secret, he felt obliged, real obliged to the lady because she was really like a mother for him. Only because of her, he was completely changed. And the real change came because of nice job, nice words, nice weeping, nice sympathy for Lashkov. Now, how can we help beggars or abolish begging? Yes, it is commonly asked question or it is often given in articles too. Everywhere we can feel in our country there is no shortage of beggars. Everywhere we can find big lines or crowd of beggars, especially at religious places, in front of temples, in front of theaters. So if we are unable to give sometimes rupees or any other help, they start cursing. So first thing, to abolish begging, we have not to believe in their words. Second, we should try to take one beggar in real confidence. We should try to give one real job to him. Then, third, we should try to convince him to do one honorable job with his hands only, to live nice or graceful life. And third, if one person cannot do any work in spite of being taught again and again, then punishment should be given to him. And last point, it is not the work of government only. We all persons should try never to give any alms, ALMS, or begging to any beggars, so that they can learn that there is no survival of them if by chance begging is not given to them. And last part is education. Compulsory education should be for all. Yes, it is for all, but implementation is not proper. We should try to take the names of the beggars to NGOs so that they can do this work for especially very young or very small children who have taken this begging as their means of survival.